Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel, and today I am going to talk to you about the two super viral fragrances that I have never talked to you about. The one came out in the late spring, and the second, it came out last year. So I was just going through my samples. I was just purging the samples that I have. I have so many of them, and I found the two that I think they are interesting for different reasons. So one is Borabora from Giardini di Toscana, which is this one, and another one is from Initio Parfum, and this is Narcotic Delight, and this is this one. So I'm just gonna talk you through these samples. Let's start with Narcotic Delight. So Narcotic Delight has the notes of cherry, pink pepper, black pepper, cognac, hedion, rose, tobacco, vanilla, cedar, patchouli, and tonka. And I remember when this scent came out, and in general, you know, this brand is super hyped up. And I haven't tried all fragrances, but I have tried, well, a good portion of fragrances, and I can't say that they are bad. Because they're not bad. It's just that, you know, sometimes you click with the fragrance, you click with the brand, and sometimes you're not clicking. So this is the brand that we're not vibing. So this fragrance, although I do have it on me, so this is the sample, and you can actually buy the samples on the website. So the price of the fragrance, for 90 milliliters, you get you have to pay 255 euro, but they have currently this kind of offer. I don't know if it's a recurrent offer or it's like one time, I have no idea. If you get 90 ml fragrance, you can choose a 10 ml, you know, mini size with your purchase. So anyway, this fragrance is very medicinal on me. And although, you see, I don't really like to speak negatively about fragrances, because what I might not like, other people might fall in love with and use it and being over the moon. But for me, I try to be as objective as I can, obviously. So for me, this is too much medicinal. So overall, this is a fragrance that I was mesmerized by this cherry note, because I like cherry. And I can say that I feel cherry, but it's like a very smoked cherry, and it's not really cherry. It's more like a smoked, and it's very undermined. It's not very prominent. So in essence, this fragrance for me is about herbaceous, medicinal, boozy vanilla with heavy undertones of tobacco. So I can't say it's bad again, but it's just that for me, I don't want to smell like it. And plus this fragrance has this undertone of the smokiness, of this almost like the fire logs. Like, for instance, I used to have a fragrance by Maison Margiela, which is by the fireplace, and I sold it. A week from the time that I've got it. I wore it a couple of times, and every single time I was wearing it, I had this strong feeling that I am somewhere in the woods and I'm grilling the sausages. And I didn't have a sausage smell on me, but this, like the firewood, all this kind of smoky, not pleasant, really not pleasant thing. And so here, in my opinion, in this fragrance, they have this woody, fiery undertones. It's not as prominent as in in by the fireplace, obviously, but it's really, really obvious for me. So is it a bad scent? No. It is. Is it unique? Absolutely. I would say that it's quite a unique scent, but you really have to love this heavy and dark tones. And if you are prepared to soak in a beautiful cherry fragrance with boozy notes and very sweet, it's not gonna be it. This fragrance is somewhat sweet, but it's not about a really heavy sweet vanilla. It's about herbaceous, smoky vanilla, boozy vanilla, and tobacco is very prominent. And again, tobacco is the note that I'm not a fan of. But yeah, this fragrance, in my opinion, is a very nice fragrance. It's made very well. It's just that this is, in my opinion, not a mass appealing fragrance. You really have to find your clientele to go out and buy this fragrance. So the next fragrance is the Borabora by Giardini di Toscana, which is like that, and I have a sample here. So the Borabora fragrance has notes of tiara flower, ylang ylang, jasmine, apricot, coconut milk, white musk, jasmolactone. It's a molecule. From the name, I can pick up that it's maybe jasmine and it's maybe some lactonic notes. Vanilla, caramel, white musk, and amber. So what not to like in this fragrance? I think this is a good fragrance. I especially love the price point because 100 ml of this fragrance you're able to get for 125 euro, which is amazing nowadays. It's amazing. Plus, if you get a big discovery sample set, you're able to cut the price even lower. Anyway, the price point is good. The fragrance, it's good. It is a good fragrance. It's very lactonic, it's very sweet, and it's I can feel the ylang ylang, this sweet, a bit glowing ylang ylang, and I love ylang ylang. And in my opinion, this ylang ylang is good. So we have this white flower heavy, sweet lactonic fragrance, which in my opinion is good. But is it unique? By no means it is unique. I can tell you at least 10 fragrances that kind of smell the same. Is it a bad thing? Absolutely not, because this brand have chosen to introduce this kind of fragrance and they did well. This fragrance is very well made. The only thing, I bet you can hear how I'm talking, and it actually happened to me right after I first sprayed these fragrances. So one of these fragrances is just I have my nose completely closed, and one of these fragrances is giving me this kind of a bit of an allergy. So I don't know which one, but one of them. But besides the point, you know, it might be happening only to me. So the thing that I like about this fragrance is that it's potent. Because sometimes, you know, yeah, it's sweet and the sweet fragrances are more potent than non-sweet, and white flowers are more potent than other flowers. But sometimes these kind of fragrances, this kind of, you know, your typical beachy vibe, vacation vibe fragrances, sometimes they are just not lasting on the skin. And this fragrance is very, very good for lasting. So well, what's not to like? You just have to like the composition of this fragrance. In my opinion, it's not unique, but for the price, you can't really beat the price. You probably are able to find somewhat similar fragrances for even lower price point. But I do think that this is a good purchase. I do think so. Personally, I would not purchase it because I have quite a lot of fragrances with the same scent profile, but yeah, it's not a bad one. About the longevity of these fragrances, the first fragrance, which is Narcotic Delight, I do think it's a very long-lasting fragrance. I make one spray because I like to test my fragrances thoroughly, so I make one spray, and one spray lasts me good 7 to 8 hours, which I wasn't expecting, but it did last it. The other one, the Borabora, is not as lasting, so you get around 5 to 6 hours, which is good. It's a good lasting power. They have good sillage. They they are nice. And actually, even though I am not a fan of Narcotic Delight, of the composition, I like smelling my hand. I wouldn't want to smell like it. I wouldn't want to wear this fragrance, but I don't mind smelling it, so I do think it's a good sign. And the other one, yeah, the other one is good, but just be careful with the white flowers in the Bora Bora, because I do think that the white flowers in Bora Bora are indolic. They have this indolic part that can smell a bit like poo. So, but it's natural to the white flowers actually. So, yeah. So overall, good fragrances. None of these fragrances is for me, but I would recommend you checking them out because they are good offerings. And the Bora Bora, if you're searching for the good beachy, flowery, like this island vacation with the white sand and palm trees, and this is the ideal fragrances for this kind of occasion. Yeah, let me know if you know these fragrances, if you like these fragrances, if you have bought them. What do you really think about these brands? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Do you buy the hype? Do you like that these fragrances and these brands are so hyped up? Let me know down in the comments below, and I wish you a beautiful Wednesday, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye!